dismissed every accomplishment I've made. You've talked about my father. Well, you call me an entitled millennial, I call you a carny succubus, because the dirty secret about you, the dirty secret is you need this generation more than it needs you.
What up, y'all? It's KMB, the Sexy Ninja, in the place to be for a Paper Saber universe, and this is the New World Podcast, brother. We're talking about Dynamite, April 30th, 2025, the end of April, that is, and it is right into May. Free Comic Book Day this Saturday, Star Wars Day this Sunday, but Star Wars Day is every day. Remember that. Cinco de Mayo on Monday, so it's a big weekend for everybody. And we go into this show with Taz, Tony Excalibur on commentary. We started with a big 8-man tag team match. The Elite with Ricochet versus Omega, Bayley, Knight, and Mark. I had a lot of fun with this match. There's some silly stuff in it, but that's what makes this the alternative to WWE. And WWE has put such a bad taste in my mouth ever since WrestleMania. You know, them building Backlash. I was like, I need something silly. And I got it, and it was awesome. I mean, we got Ricochet bald spots. You know, we got this really awesome spot where everyone's like missing and hitting the thing. And they all hit at once. But man, this is just fun. This is just, let's have some damn fun. Throw some comedy in there as well. And I know the purists are going to be like, oh, look at this. Oh, this is terrible. It's awesome. I'm like, no, this is what I want. It's like going to a popcorn movie. You know, it's the equivalent of that. I want something crazy that I'm be like, oh, shit. Oh, you know, but I'm still going to have a good time. And that's what I got with this 8-man tag team match. And I got to say, it is my match of the night. That's right, and the Elite and Ricochet get the win over Omega, Bayley, Knight, and Mark. Great backstage segment here. The Hurt Syndicate's walking, and they got some fans. We hurt people. We hurt people. And MVP's like, oh, yeah. He goes, you like saying that, don't you? Huh? They're like, yeah, we hurt people. And they're like, you know what's the best part about it? When you actually hurt people, they're like, what? This whole group got squashed by the Hurt Syndicate. It was awesome. But before this happened, it was just awesome. It was just awesome. And then they had some talk about MJF and whatnot that Bob needs to understand that MJF could be helpful, and MVP tells him like, hey, if he does something to not earn our trust anymore, we're gonna hurt him so bad he's going to be hurt really bad if he tries to betray us. And Bob's like, all right. Then we have the Ops versus Squash Gang. Of course, Ops gets the win, but here they are, Mox Cult. We're trying to build this Jon Moxley and Samoa Joe match. They take out Shibata. Freaking Joe was choking out Mox, but yeah, what I loved about this and is Joe's passion on that mic, sweating like crazy like I do, but he's more in shape than I am. But he's like, hey, Mox, we have this problem here, buddy. You tell me you want to face me, you want to go one-on-one, but you got your family, your cult, whatever. But me and you, May 14th in Chicago, Steel Cage. And I was like, oh, yeah, all right. But it's on TV. And I wish this was Double or Nothing, May 25th. I was like, you could build this story between Mox and Joe. Don't have Joe win, but man, it's on TV at Beach Break or whatever they're calling it. And it just definitely tells me like, yeah, Joe's not winning that thing whatsoever. Mox Cult's going to get in somehow, some way. Something crazy is going to happen. More chemicals on faces and stuff. But yeah, I'm excited about Steel Cage, but I'm like, I wish it wasn't on TV. I wish it was on a pay-per-view. We get Renee with Mercedes Moné. She's the finalist in the tournament. She's just waiting to see who's going to win tonight's Owen Hart. Well, no, Jamie Hayter won Owen Hart, right? So it's Jamie Hayter, Mercedes Moné. Okay, yeah, got that all mixed up. I was thinking of the men's because the men's hasn't been fully decided yet. But Moné and Hayter are going to fight, and whoever wins at Double or Nothing is going to face Tony Storm, and we all know it has to be Mercedes Moné. There's no way Tony Khan is going to pay all this money and be like, yeah, we're going to have you get all the way in the finals of this thing, and then you're going to lose to Jamie Hayter. That's not the case. We're going to get Mercedes Moné versus Tony Storm. Then we get Renee again with Nick Wayne, and Jay Lethal interrupts him. Christian being an asshole the whole time to Nick. But Jay Lethal's like, hey, I want a shot at that championship, you know. And Nick's like, nah, man, I got to get ready for this junior thing in Japan, blah, blah, blah. And Christian's like, no, he can fight. And Jay Lethal's like, all right, I'll see you tonight. And it will be for the Ring of Honor TV championship, television championship. And Nick looks at Christian. Christian's like, hey, you want to be a champ? This is what it takes. We get Tony Storm versus Miyu. This was a fun match, hard-hitting for what it was. Tony Storm got the win. And besides the match, here comes Mercedes Moné. But here comes Jamie Hayter, them too. Then they get in a big old fight. And my favorite thing about this is my moment of the night is Tony just starts dancing to Jamie Hayter's music after Moné runs away like, oh my God. And she's just like dancing to the music, like laying there, kicking and this and that. Looking like Elaine from Seinfeld. But no, Tony Storm's a treasure. And that was one of my moments of the night. We got the Don fam, Don Callis, you know. Kyle Fletcher has his big match tonight in the main event against Hangman Adam Page. And then we go to the Hurt Syndicate. They come out and they call out MJF. We got to vote one more time. And MVP votes yes. Shelton votes yes. And with the craziest, most dramatic thumb up, thumb down move, Bob rejects MJF. MJF spits a few things at him. And he's saying, you're a real asshole. You know, you're my problem. And Bob gets mad and he pulls him in the corner. And he says, you want to impress me? You need to hurt somebody. And MJF's like, okay. And the best thing about this is MJF is in the corner like, and he's like, MVP. You know, Bob's like, I'm going to kill you. But they leave MJF. Then we get FTR and Stokely package. Yeah, sure. Ring of Honor Television Championship match, Nick Wayne versus Jay Lethal. It was okay. Nick Wayne got the win, of course. And Christian put the belt on his son. It was a proud moment. Who's next for that television championship? And I got to say Nick Wayne with championship gold around his waist. What was it? Silver, right? It's silver, but we can call it gold. Can we? I don't know. All right, now to the main event. Owen Hart Finals Tournament, Kyle Fletcher versus Hangman Adam Page in the Battle of All Ages. My second favorite match of the night. I mean, these two just went at it. Don Callis is on commentary, you know, but I was leaning towards Kyle because I was like, we're probably going to get Kyle and Will 2. Is it 2 or is it 3? It's something at this point. But no, and then as this match was progressing, I was like, it has to be Hangman Adam Page. And it was Hangman Adam Page. So he will take on Will Ospreay at Double or Nothing. And whoever wins is going to All In July. And I know that's going to be Will Ospreay, but I think Hangman's going to give him a fight. So Double or Nothing coming up May 25th, in Phoenix, Arizona. And as I was watching NXT, and I didn't really put 2 and 2 together when I was watching Dynamite, the same night, NXT Battleground on a Sunday. What a dick move. Because usually the WWE pay-per-views run on Saturdays. But, of course, competition, right? But I'm trying to go to the show. I really want to go to this. I really want to go to my first AEW show, and I think Double or Nothing would be fun. So, but that's it. That's all. That was Dynamite, April 30th, 2025. Taz, Tony, Excalibur on commentary. My match of the night is the Elite and Ricochet versus Omega, Bailey, Knight, and Mark. My moment of the night was Tony dancing. I give this a solid 4 out of 5. Dynamite. Yeah. Drop your comments below. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. Show your grandma, show the bum down on Walmart. I am KMB the Sexy Ninja. And remember that the New World Podcast is for
That's real fun to say, right? You know what's even funnier than that? When you actually do it. What? Oh my God!